There's a specific way to present your design plans to clients that will help you close a deal faster, make more money, and less likely to get shopped. When I started doing these 5 things, my closing rate increased and the time spent on revisions or respecifying products became a non-issue. Here's 5 things that I quit to increase conversions and make more money on custom furnishings. So the first thing I stopped doing was allowing the client to dictate what the budget was going to be. Now that doesn't mean that I disregard how much money they have to spend, but I do educate them on what it would cost realistically to either design a kitchen or to redecorate a room. It's likely been a long time since homeowners have gone and purchased furniture and done a whole room maybe at once. So that's our job to come to the table, be able to explain to them typically what a project costs, and especially based on the type of furnishings that you're specifying, because you're also looking at more quality and hopefully custom furnishings. And that's some part of the reason why the clients hire you in the first place. So I let them know that for a 1-room custom decorating project, we like to start at a $25,000 to $30,000 investment for the furnishings. Now, of course, depending on the size of the room and the space, that could go up or down, but it gives you a good idea as well as your clients. So now they know what the price is going to be as an estimate. The second thing I quit doing was giving multiple options. So now when we go and see a client, we do our vetting up front. We're very thorough at the consultation meeting when we're talking to the clients about what kind of style they like for their space. And again, talking about the investment as I just mentioned. So when we present to clients, we present one option. So one option for a sofa style, one option for fabrics, one option for a table, lamps, that sort of thing. Now that's not to say I haven't got what I call my back pocket products, which for example, might be, you can't know for sure that a client maybe doesn't like a floral or isn't keen on houndstooth, right? So when you're sourcing, you know that when you're looking for these items, you do find other items that maybe could fit the bill but weren't your favorite initially. So I don't show them these second options if I don't need to, if I can sell them on our initial presentation and everything that we've curated specifically for their project. And that has been something that has been a huge game changer, because you know as well as I do that once we swap out one thing, then it can now, change the entire design. And that can be really frustrating. And again, they hired you as the professional. So we give one option, even if we have something in our back pocket. The third thing that I stopped doing was psychological projection. And what this means is, I know what me and my husband might spend for an area rug or a sectional or for custom drapery. But that doesn't mean that that's what my client's budget is as well. So sometimes we get a little bit worried about how much something costs if it's not something that we would invest in that. But our clients are coming to us for the reason of putting together a beautiful space. They're putting their trust in you. And so don't get caught up on the price of 1 or 2 items, especially if those are the pieces in the room, the jewels that bring it all together. And just remember, your clients are hiring you for your expertise and to bring them this beautiful final result. The other thing that was a huge game changer in my business is when we stopped itemizing products. And so what I mean by that is now when we present to clients, because we've discussed the idea of budget ahead of time, then when it's not a huge shock when I'm going to present to them and the total amount is $25,000, $28,000, for 1 room, 2 rooms, $60,000. So we've had this conversation. I don't need to itemize out every single piece. Again, I don't want them to get sticker shock, for example, on like a beautiful buffet that maybe costs like $5,000, when they're thinking, oh, can you take out that item? Can we find something maybe for $3,000? Because if you've come in and the actual price point, then again that to go out and find another buffet and the right size, the right style, the right color, it can be very, very challenging. And so I look at it as an all-inclusive vacation. I say to my travel agent, I'm willing to spend $12,000 to $15,000 for my family of 4 to go to Costa Rica. We'd like to have a swim up pool for the hotel room. We'd like to have separate rooms. I don't start asking them to start breaking down the price of these things or the shuttle to the airport. If I've given them a price and I'm comfortable with that price, then I'm happy to pay for it and trust that they are going to find me the best all-inclusive resort that they can find for me. And then we're doing the same thing for our clients as well. So just keep that in mind. Present to them the lump sum and tell them this ahead of time. This is a conversation that I have with the clients at the initial consultation, and I will straight up say to them, I don't want you to get sticker shock from a custom pillow with a beautiful fabric and each pillow was $400 if that pillow was the jumping off point for the entire space. So again, sometimes we get in our own head, but present one lump sum. I'm telling you now, it will change your life. The final and 5th thing that I quit to make more conversions and make more money with custom furnishings is coming prepared to that presentation meeting with my contract. Be prepared to have the client sign the contract right there and then. You can absolutely have a cooling off period, but just think about how excited they are. You've just presented a beautiful design plan uniquely for them, and they've been able to touch and feel all the fabrics. So strike while that iron is hot and get them excited about it and have them committed. At the same time, you want to collect 100% of furnishings as well, so you're never out of pocket. Now, if you're wondering whether you should charge a flat fee or an hourly service for your custom design and project management of full service projects, then make sure you check out my next video, and that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I believe, as a little teaser, just to let you know, that when you charge a flat fee, you actually lose out. So find out why, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers!